What's going on? This is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. I'm back. Ben have just left. This video series is about being associated and why it's so powerful to her emotions and how it opens her up and triggers her mating system, okay? So a lot of guys are like, well, why do I care? Because when you talk like this, it closes her down. That logic, when you logically talk and you try to impress her, I got a big car, my car cost $150,000, I got big chrome rims, and they tell her when you're a boxing champion. All that stuff closes her off and disconnects her from her mating system, which is connected to her right brain. Again, you want to be internal, which opens you up to your right brain. Now, an easier way, or another way I should say, of saying that, let me do that, okay, is for you to be associated. And all that means is, like I was telling Ben in the last video, to be in the moment, okay? And let me take this out. Alright, sorry, it's bugging me. So associated literally means, instead of, like most men, the linear brain is external. So you're looking at a picture of an event and you see yourself in the picture. What I want you to do is take that picture of wherever you were, bring it, and now you're inside the movie. You're inside the picture, okay? Here's the funny thing though. Guys talk this way all the time, but they usually talk about it when they're talking about their pain. It's this searing, hot, ripping, shredding pain in my knee. You know, it's like you guys are really good at using descriptive languaging, but you do it in an extremely negative way. So now she's feeling all this pain around. She's like, Jesus, I got to get the hell out of here. Because remember, especially when you use descriptive languaging, you describe things in detail, she is feeling that. So you want to start practicing, making yourself talking about Hawaii. You know, when I went to Hawaii, it was an amazing experience. We have to explain, well, one thing, the water. When I walked into the water, not the water, the dolphin, the deer, the freaking mountain, you got to stop and describe one sliver, one piece, and expand on that, okay? So the only way you can really do it is by being associated. Now here's the reason, and I'll explain more how. Here's the reason why. If you're associated, you're in your right brain. That's the social brain. Her mating system is wired to be triggered, and it's the reason why it's connected to her right brain and not her eyes. It's wired to be triggered to a male who begins to communicate from the social brain, and the body language is like that too, because what does that mean to her mating system? Her mating system's job is to reproduce babies, which means it makes her, the woman, her number one thing she's looking for in a male is he social? Because if you're social, you can go anywhere in the world and you can make connections with people, and therefore you can get ahead in life, or more importantly, if something happens to you, there's a bunch of people around that will help her take care of her and the children, okay? That is what she's looking for. Her number priority is taking care of those children, the future children, or even if she has children. So a lot of guys grew up in the same town, same group of friends, same family, same friends. They got connections, yeah. But then when you go to a restaurant, even in that town, you don't know anyone, you can't connect with anyone. That is such a mating system trigger. If you can't connect with people, you're screwed. Now here's the thing. You don't have to gain rapport with every single person in the room, but you do have to be able to be pretty good at it with people that you choose to connect with, okay? So one of the ways of doing that is being in your right brain, which is, I mean, I got series after series after series after series of techniques that I'll walk you through to get more and more and more associated, okay? So there's more than one way to do that. All right, so basically here's just one technique, be associated. That second one we're going to use, which comes out unconsciously, as I said in the last video, descriptive languaging, because it's descriptive languaging that really triggers and massages her right brain and really helps her to melt and open up emotionally to you. That is why learning how to describe things better is more important. And that's what your English 9th grade teacher was trying to tell you, but it went over your head. Alright? So, it's simple. Abenev was talking about this, well, you know, it was this bus, and it was over there, and I was there, and this guy was next to me. I go, no, be in the bus now. Be associated right now. And I started out the video using like, well, when you were there, and I kind of, I screwed up. So what is it like now? Where are you sitting now? Where is the hatch? Where is the bus driver? So now that's present. That's what's called present tense communication, okay? And that will draw a woman to you. At the very least, your wife, your girlfriend, or whoever you're talking to in the moment will be much more engaged in your conversation. If you're doing this linear stuff, it's disconnecting her from her emotional brain, which makes her feel bored. All right? So all you do is you step into the moment. Don't tell your buddies, don't tell her about this time when you and your buddies took a camping trip. See, a lot of times, or sometimes you do it unconsciously, and you're like, oh man, it was awesome. I was in the water. The water was just freezing cold, but it's right up here to my legs, and it was just this icy cold, this, that, and it was going about 20 miles an hour, and I was kind of wobbling. I'm actually imagining the water right here and the water rushing by really fast, and it's like, whoa, and my feet are cold, my shins are cold, and you describe that in detail, okay? When you're associated, you unconsciously will describe it in detail. And again, you do it with certain events, okay? Usually scary and overly exciting events. So when you first meet a woman, you want to kind of slow it down. You want her to feel a level of comfort, okay? So here's how you do it. Step into the moment. Where are you? What are you standing on? What does the wind feel like? What is the temperature? Is it night or dark? Is there trees? Where's the tree? Well, one's right here. There's a dog right there. Imagine petting the dog. Look at the dog. Has it got fluffy fur? Does it got like short, straight fur? What does it have? Now, all of a sudden, I just associate it. Even though I'm making something in my head, it's a fake story I'm making. But I'm still associated, meaning I'm in my right brain and my body is feeling this, okay? If you can do that one thing, women will want to talk to you. Women will want to spend time with you. They're going to want to go on a date with you. They're going to want to give you their number, etc. So that's why it's so important to learn how to be what I call internal, right brain, or associated. All right, so here's all you're really doing. You're describing the 5 senses. That's it. So you'll say, it was a beautiful sky. Huh? Describe it. It was a crystal clear, lightly blue, smooth blue sky, okay? That's how you do at least 3 to 5 descriptive words. If you can get 3 on average, you're doing really, really well. If you can do it to 5, 6, or 7, she's going to really see it. So you ever notice how women describe everything in detail, like a leaf? Like, oh, it was a lightly green, almost electric green leaf, but on the outside of the edges was this deep, rich, thick, dark forest green, and there was spikes going all the way around it. They'll describe, and they'll even describe there's a line in the middle, and there's like veins like going off to the side, etc. So when you learn how to describe things in detail, then we could take it to the next step, like, okay, how do we use that? And then go into very subtle, sexy, sexual way of talking, which again, Eric missed. And when Abena was talking the bus thing about the handle, I took the handle, one little thing, and I turned that into a sexual experience, and he goes, wow, that was so easy. I go, now that you understand indirect communication, and also descriptive languaging, and now you understand how to combine all of this in a way that's really sexy. And that's the hidden art and the hidden language that women are talking about. Hey, this is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. I do understand descriptive languaging alone. It's actually really simple. You just describe the noun or the verb. That's really all you're doing. If you do that one thing and then associate, believe it or not, but women are really going to they're going to feel comfortable with you. They're going to want to talk to you, but you can't do it in the linear way. But if you're associated, you wouldn't be linear. You would be open. Hey, this is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. If you really want to take the first step, the real step, either get your butt in here, or if you're not ready for that step, a smaller step, buy my book, Crack the Female Code, at crackthefemalecode.com. Better yet, buy the package, because one of the books is sex signals. I show you the signals that women are giving you all the time that went right over your head. Eric is already picking up on them, and Abenev is absolutely picking up on them now, okay? And I'm also throwing in Get the Girl and Keep the Girl. So that's 1, 2, 3 books, and there's another, I'm giving you an hour session with me. And I actually think there's a 4th book, so Crack the Female Code, Get the Girl, Keep the Girl, Sex Signals. Oh, and I'm throwing in the bonus on top of that, okay? There's a bonus section which is it introduces you to the languaging stuff, okay? Hey, this is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. Buy the package for $45. Save, I believe it's $205 or $195. Either way, you're saving a ton of money. It's only $45, and you get to talk to me for an hour on the phone. Ask any questions that you have, okay? Again, go to crackthefemalecode.com. I'll see you soon.